Hello fellow soap makers, and welcome back to another weekly recipe. In this video, we will use the same cylindrical layering style, however, instead of the monochrome layering like in the last video, we will create a colorful pair of stormy soaps. As always, we will start with our colors. We will go for Purple Dream to give a nice reddish hue, followed by Purple Haze for a stronger purple. Cold Blue to balance the purple. White Lotus to brighten things up, and Black Flower to darken things down. We will use the same baking mold, and the secret with these is that they can withstand high temperatures. We will now bring our scale, followed by our milk jug. Unlike the previous video where we used clear melt and pour for our monochrome soaps, we will now use white base instead, and start with our cold blue as our first color. However, we will enhance this with a blue liquid dye. Give it a good shake. Leave it aside, bring back our scale, and add another 50 grams of white melt and pour to mix in our purple haze. Give this a good shake too, and leave it aside while we bring back our molds. Now we will start pouring our cold blue layer. Just under 20 grams, and follow up with clear melt and pour for up to 45 grams. Now using a spatula, we will give this a gentle swirl to incorporate the clear into blue and create that stormy feel. We will leave this aside and continue to pour a clear base of 41 grams and decorate with the high viscosity purple haze for up to 50 grams. And again, drag the purple haze across to create a gentle swirl and give that ghosting effect. If you would like to know more about ghosting effect, have a look at the advanced melt and pour course down below in the video description. We will now bring back our cold blue base and begin to pour the second layer. Add another 30 grams of white melt and pour base and bring in our magic black flour. We will give this a good shake. Bring back our purple haze stormy base, spray a bit of alcohol, and pour in our black flour layer. And repeat the same procedure with our second soap, but this time the layer will be clear so that we can create the ghosting effect. Now we will add the stormy purple haze feel to it by pouring the color on the edges and slowly drag the streaks across. Mix in a little cold blue with the purple. Bring back our black flour layer and pour in 30 grams of low viscosity clear melt and pour, followed by around 7 grams of purple haze and 7 grams of cold blue, and give that stormy feel by mixing the two together. Now we will leave these to cool down and harden the layers. Bring back our scale and prepare our fourth layer by pouring around 30 grams of white melt and pour. start preparing our purple dream. Give it a good shake and follow up with yet another 30 grams of white base. This time, we will brighten things up by using our white lotus color. Give this a good shake and leave it aside. It almost looks like a pistachio color. Now that our layers are hardened, it is time to finish them with our purple dream and the white lotus. We will begin with a low viscosity, clear melt and pour on both sides. Pour the colors in. And create a stormy effect on both soaps by gently dragging the two colors together. Leave them aside to harden. Once they have fully hardened, we are going to begin the unmolding. Wow, look at the glossiness. Look at that shine, made possible by incorporating the clear melt and pour. See how well the ghosting effect shows in between the layers. If you've enjoyed the video and you like the idea, please consider giving the video a thumbs up and subscribe. As always, thank you for watching and see you next time.